Hello everyone, this is Ronnie and I want to make a video about where is the best place for you to get your advice and information on right now when it comes to your health, taking care of yourself, your diet obviously, but also in this global pandemic situation, the coronavirus and all that. What is the best advice for you to listen to? Who should you be turning towards? Well, we've obviously got a couple of sources out there that we can look towards. We've got the mainstream media and all the people that they see as kind of the experts in this situation. And there's a lot of problems there because there's lots and lots of... The problem with getting accurate information in general is so many conflicts of interest, by which I mean that a person's putting out information sometimes not necessarily because they believe it's the truth, but because it furthers some other agenda that they have. So for people that, for whatever reason, want the economy to crash, for them to say, well, this will be around for 3 years and everyone's going to get it and millions of people are going to die, they want to put that kind of scare story out there. At the same time, to kind of control people and get people to actually take action, it's maybe the case that you have to sometimes go a bit over the top, because if people thought there wasn't any risk with this situation, they wouldn't do anything, and then it would just spread, and then eventually become an uncontrollable problem. But there's all sorts of different agendas, ideas, conflicts of interest out there, and the way that I'm looking at this, the other side of it is the conspiracy side. So you've got the conventional side, you've got the conspiracy side, and there's a lot of people that are saying this is from chemtrails, or this is 5G, or this is the US government have planted this in China, and all ideas that are appealing, interesting, thought-provoking, fear-inducing. I don't know, a lot of people like to spread these ideas as well. There's rarely really any evidence to back these things up, but for some reason they feel good or sound good or look good to people, and they share these ideas. Well, I've always found that it's quite difficult to get good advice when it comes to health in general, because of all these different agendas that are out there, and because people genuinely believe things that aren't accurate. They want to believe that the particular diet they're doing is healthy, even if it's not. So over the years, I found the raw vegan community and the raw vegan movement, and basically this idea, this concept, this diet that very few people are talking about, that the conventional side isn't really talking about, the conspiracy side, the alternative medicine, none of them are really talking or promoting the raw food diet, funnily enough. And yet when I thought about it more, then started to actually do it, and now having done it for many years, I realised that why aren't people promoting this more or talking about it more? Because it's difficult to do, I suppose. It's quite difficult to change to, and basically people are addicted to their old habits and they don't want to change. So they'd rather believe that this is wrong or bad or not the right thing to do, that we shouldn't do, as every other animal in nature does, and eat a raw food diet. So anyhow, I found various teachers and leaders. I went to events, I learned more, I established it in my own life eventually. And now I try and get this information out to more people for free here on YouTube, and also with the UK Fruit Fest. And something we've been getting a lot of questions recently about this situation, about the coronavirus and all that. And, well, I decided that we would put a webinar on, which is going to take place tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, but it's taking place on Saturday from 1 p.m. to around about 5 p.m. We're going to have 4 different sessions with 4 different presenters and myself, and we're going to have Dr. Areli, who also goes under the name of Raw Vegan Doctor online, who's an NHS consultant, works in the UK, and is also a raw vegan. So we're going to get her side of the story. We're going to speak to Dr. Douglas Graham, who's been on a raw vegan diet somewhere in the region of 40 years, something like that. It's kind of been something he's doing most of his life. A lifelong athlete, a lifelong coach, probably one of the most successful coaches in the raw food movement, with a lot of long-term successful students. Wrote the 80-10-10 diet, which is a really paradigm-shifting book in the raw food movement. So he'll be part of it. And then Doctors Rick and Karen Dina. Two people that many people see as a kind of the go-to people in terms of scientific information in this movement. So they'll be part of it as well. And I'm going to be asking them all a whole bunch of tough questions about this whole situation and see what their reaction is, what their response is, what they do, how they think about it. And I think it should be fun, it should be interesting. I will also be able to talk about what's happening with the UK Fruit Fest and what we perceive as what will be happening in the future, and the different things we'll put in place in case we are told we have to stop the event or whatever. Right now we've got no intention of the event cancelling or changing. At the end of the day, we're quite a small event. We could do the whole event with pretty controlled, with all this social distancing stuff going on. We could have all that going on during the event, but I get the feeling that we're not going to be in that situation in 4 months, 5 months time. But we want to get some good information out there. People are asking about it. People seem to be looking for some advice and some guidance, and maybe just want to be, you've probably not got a lot to do this weekend. Many of you have been told to stay inside, stay away from your job and whatever. So Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m, that'll be on. If you want to join us and register for the webinar, there'll be a link down below. Click on that link, and you'll get an email reminder about when it starts. It'll be on Zoom, so make sure you download Zoom, or you've got that and you know how it works and everything. It should work fairly easily for you anyway and open up for you anyway, even if you've not downloaded it. But you may wish to use it, because sometimes people do get audio issues with Zoom and different things like that. So the webinar takes place on Saturday. Please join us. Feel free to share this video or share it with other people. There's not really a limit to how many people can join, and I mean there might be a limit, but we're probably unlikely to reach that limit. It's probably like 1,000 or something. And if we have over 100 people watching, then that would be amazing. Be a good result. So anyway, join the webinar. Any questions, feel free to put them below, and I look forward to seeing you then.